Okay, so today I decided to go ahead and do more Izual runs for two, probably levels, maybe three. And then also, last video I had mentioned that Elzix can sell bird hats and goat heads. And so here I have a screenshot where he presented me a bird hat and some goat heads. The bird hat is more common, still very rare. And then if he still needs to fill up spaces in his for sale window after he's slotted in bird hats, then he can try to go ahead and put in the goat head. And this is the exceptional version, whatever that one is called. It's not the normal version, and it's not the elite version. And I believe the wolf head and the bird hat are the normal version, but I'm not sure on the bird. I also have apparently that wrong way. Uh, was there anything else? No, just this. Okay. Um, and I want this to be slightly bigger. So this is that taking up the full screen? Yeah, pretty much. This is another example of an interesting or exotic item. This is, you can see at the top, I'll zoom in up here, the item name is gone. It is simply called one hand damage. Uh, this is the ethereal edge? No, that's not correct. This is Rune Master. Yeah, that's the one. And I put in one of each color facet with either level up or die based on which one had a longer line of text. And then I put in a rare jewel from 1.08, which have up to 6 affixes. And so this one had the attack rating and damage to undead, the +1 to minimum damage, the plus to all resists here, and then plus to a single resist. And then I believe the gold find is also from the jewel, and probably the 8 dexterity is from the jewel. I got this jewel from another user named Worg, W-O-R-G, the 1.08 jewel. The facets I got from a user, SCRCRW maybe, a very, very long time ago. This item was made in like 2010 or something like that. So I no longer have it. I just have pictures of it or a picture of it. I want to make one again someday. I discovered that this was possible while playing Eastern Sun. No, not Eastern Sun. Median XL um, is when I discovered that it was possible to have a text overflow on an item because in that game they have like some orb that you can cube with your item to add modifiers to it, and different orbs give different modifiers and then increase the required level. And you can keep adding them. It's just if you make the level higher than 120, you can't use the item anymore. And so I just kept adding and adding and adding. And then eventually the text started like deleting the item name and some of the text at the bottom. I was like, oh, that's really interesting. I wonder if that can be done in like the actual Diablo 2 and not this mod. And it can. So, so I made that Rune Master long, long ago. If I did it again, which I want to, um, I would probably use perfect facets and then like 5/5, and then a 1.08 jewel that I found or rolled myself. Ideally, with both undead damage AR and demon damage AR, because that would give lots more text. And then the single resist and all resist to get the maximum amount of text, like this one had. The single resist and all resist, I mean. Um, and this time, you know, if I make one again, then it would be strictly mine, like rather than items that I just traded for. So basically, the first 5 minutes of this video that just happened with that bit of explanation would be an example of what I might do if I started making a playlist for interesting and exotic items. Uh, so yeah, but you know that this one, the one I just showed, that text overflow rune master, as well as the Calkin that I put in yesterday's, well, the previous video, which I guess was 2 days ago, um, are probably like the most weird uh, items that would appear on such a list. Uh, I want to do the I want to get a paladin and wear the full Griswold set, and then I think the weapon can have 4 sockets, I think, and so then put one of each facet in there and see uh, what happens with the text. Because I think, although I'm not certain, that the set bonuses, the partial and complete, or maybe not the partial, but the complete set bonus doesn't count towards the text limit. I think that's like a separate counter. Um, so it could be interesting to see what the result would be if I tried that wearing full Griswold set. Because I believe, or I won't say it like that. The only set that I know of that has an item with 4 sockets is Griswold's. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of, you know, I say I want to make those videos, and I kind of do. I think it would be fun and interesting. Uh, but I've also said that I want to make some cooking videos, and I still haven't really been grocery shopping. I've just been buying stuff like 1 or 2 days at a time. And I also said that I want to make some Legos videos and haven't done any of that yet. So, the book that I ordered came in, the Dungeons and Dragons Storm King's Thunder 5e book. So I can start reading that and maybe decide whether I want to run a game. I've never run a game before. And I'm not like an experienced player. I don't know all the ins and outs of the rules. I play extremely casually, occasionally. Less than once a month, probably. You can find a game. Oh, I think I already mentioned this. Star Wars Edge of the Empires game, which was really fun to play in, where I am a protocol droid um, who thinks life is boring and meaningless, and his main desire and goal is to live an interesting life. And so the group of pirates that he ends up with, essentially pirates, the group of smugglers, I guess, that he ends up with, meet that criteria and make things interesting and like kind of crazy. So like, I guess when I say he wants things to be like interesting, not, it might be like halfway between like a normal person and then like early 2000s internet LOL random haha person. It's like halfway in the middle of that. Like, well, I don't just want it to be random, but I do want like weird stuff to happen. It was fun. I'm probably doing a poor job of selling it. You can find that on Techno Funk Boy on Spotify. It's called da-da, The Tales of the Rusty Speeder. Yeah, that's the one. I have listened to it myself, even though I played in it. I listened back to it because I enjoyed it and it made me laugh a lot. Okay, we're coming up on the first level of this video. I wonder for the screenshot, should I use... I should put the techno dancing Dagoth-er. Oh, what a horrible screenshot that would be. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. I was doing a playthrough a while ago, like last year, of Morrowind. Um, what was the mod pack called? Total Overhaul, maybe? It was a pack of like 450 mods at the time. I think it might be over 500 now. With like a guided install process on openmorrowind.org, I think is the website. It was the full everything mod pack, not one of the like just graphics overhauls or whatever. It was everything, and like it was pretty fun. But like my problem with Morrowind, I think, is two things. If my character, like once I get high level, if I realize I'm significantly suboptimal, then it becomes unfun to play. And also, at some point, once you're strong enough, everything is just a run here and collect quest. So we pick Vitality and we pick Battle Orders. That's right. We're taking Battle Orders up to 20. So I was doing that over on Twitch. Um, and like there's some really cool stuff in there. I enjoy the Rise of House Telvanni. Um, some of the mods, I don't know if they were broken or if I broke them. Like the Astrologians Guild, I think it got stuck. Um, and I can't remember if I figured out the console command to unstick it or not. I don't think I did. Um, so maybe someday I'll go back and try that again. But the other, I guess, problem that I had was, for me personally, one of the mods was too difficult, and so I cheesed the hell out of it, which is not fun for me in that way. And then I did the main island first, like Vardenfell first, before going over to Tamriel as part of the Tamriel Rebuilt mod pack. And so by the time I went to Tamriel, I was already like really high level. And so like most things were not challenging. Um, so if I were to go back and play again, I would probably want to go to Tamriel immediately and just like ignore the main island. And I still never have done Blood Moon. I have it, like I own it. Um, I've just never done it. I don't know why. Like I've been over there twice long enough to get like the robe of necromancy, but never like do the quest line. I don't know. I think what would be really, really cool as like a remake is if they took in either direction. Either remake Fallout 2 as a Morrowind mod, or remake Morrowind as a Fallout 2 mod. I think both of those would be super fun. So there you go. That's some good discourse on leveling up with Izual. Yes. Yesterday, or maybe earlier today, someone commented about something I said in one of my videos, in the previous video actually, about Apollo the talking bird, or the talking parrot, and um, when I was reading the comment, and it was like, oh yeah, that'd be really cool if Apollo did that. But I had forgotten that I mentioned talking bird, and I was just like, Apollo? Who's Apollo? What is this guy talk? Did he comment on the wrong video? And then I remembered. It's like, oh yeah, I mentioned that other YouTube channel that I watch their YouTube shorts on. Glask. Hmm. So this morning I had to wake up really early. Uh, they wanted to start work like an hour and 15 minutes earlier than normal. So I woke up at 4:20 a.m. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have to wake up probably even earlier than that. I'll probably wake up at 4 because I have to pick someone up on the way to work. So, fortunately, today was not like a long day. I didn't like I worked hard, but I didn't like it wasn't uh, as strenuous as normal. And I'm also learning some new tools, some of the other machines that we have, which are less um, physically demanding to use. Uh, so once I get good with those, and then the other thing that I need to get good at is backing up with a trailer. I've never done that before until like literally today. And once I'm good at those, then I'm gonna be like super lawnmower man. Well, maybe not super, like one or two steps below super lawnmower man. Really good lawnmower man. Doesn't have the same ring to it. But that's okay. We don't need a ring. We just need, well, in 1.06 I need rings. I need to get back onto that project some. Maybe that'll be the next video I do, is to go collect a few rings in 1.06. And I was thinking for the titles for those videos, it would just be like how many rings out of 522 I have. So like, the first video of it that I post is going to say, 308 out of 522 classic rings for identification, or something like that, whatever number it is that I'm at. That way you can, even if you don't want to watch the videos, you can easily track the progress to see when a live stream of identification might be coming. And I'm really looking forward to someday, soon, TM, identifying 522 classic rare rings, with the hope of getting one with faster cast rate, more than 30 magic find. And I guess that's pretty much it. Any other ads would be great, but the main thing that I want on it is faster cast rate and more than 30 magic find. Alright, we're coming up on a second level up. I am like in the screen, right? I hope so. The video I posted yesterday had like a little bit cut off on the left. Oops. Because OBS doesn't see this window like to capture, and I don't know why, so I don't know how to fix it. Well, knowing why isn't why I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it regardless of whether I know why it can't capture it or not. And so that's why you get this truncated full window screen, like full desktop capture, but then I try to shrink it down so that the Diablo 2 window takes the full height of the screen. So hopefully it's easier to see and watch, and like you can actually see the names of items on the ground and stuff. Because otherwise, if it was like full window capture and then put in a little YouTube video window, it would be shrunk quite a bit, I think. You'd have to watch it in full screen. Which maybe you do anyway, I don't know. This is only, what, 600 by 480? I think is how big this window is. I don't even have the option. Yeah, I think it's 600 by 480. And as soon as I finish this, I'll start watching a Dungeons and Dragons game on twitch.tv/bugtalks. I watch the game he does on Monday. What's it called? Shadows of the Last War. And he posts it on his YouTube, or one of his mods posts it on his YouTube, so you can watch all 13 episodes, or all 12. Today is 13. And they're about 3 to 4 hours, including the recap. You can also sometimes participate in like the creative process of game prep, like making items or monsters or quests or whatever, in chat. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing immediately. What is this? Well, I guess I probably have it for the 5 minimum damage. Or maybe I just have it for no real reason. It's also possible. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, 2 levels, 25 minutes, 20, yeah. Well, 20 minutes, because about 5 minutes was showing off that item that probably shouldn't be able to exist, the Rune Master. And that's that.